Today, we revisit Charmed, the magical series that blended fantasy, family, and heart in a way that captured audiences for years. It gave us unforgettable sisters, powerful stories, and a world where love and sacrifice were always at the center. Over the years, many of the incredible actors who brought that spellbinding universe to life have sadly passed away. Whether they played a central character or appeared in just a single episode, each one added something unforgettable, a spark that stayed with us long after the screen faded to black. Shannen Doherty, the beloved American actress who brought strength, vulnerability, and unforgettable emotion to television, passed away on July 13, 2024, at the age of 53 after a heartbreaking and very public battle with cancer. Her tragic passing came after years of fighting breast cancer that first appeared in 2015, later returned in 2019, and spread to her brain, bones, and liver. A fight she faced with incredible honesty and courage, letting fans witness her struggles and triumphs through interviews and her own words, showing the world that she was far more than just a star. She was a fighter. To millions of fans, she will forever be remembered as Prue Halliwell in Charmed, the brave and protective eldest Halliwell sister whose determination and love for family stood at the heart of the show, a role that made her unforgettable and solidified her as one of the most beloved faces of supernatural television. But Shannen's story began long before magic and Hollywood fame. Born on April 12, 1971, in Memphis, Tennessee, she was the daughter of Rosa, a beauty parlor owner, and Tom, a mortgage consultant. And from a young age she dreamed of acting, moving to Los Angeles with her family when she was just 7 years old. Her first big step came when she appeared in Little House on the Prairie as Jenny Wilder, where she showed early promise, and then in Our House alongside Wilford Brimley. But her career truly took off with the cult hit Heathers in 1988, and just 2 years later, she became a worldwide sensation as Brenda Walsh on Beverly Hills 90,210, one of the defining roles of the 1990s that cemented her as a household name. Known for her beauty, intensity, and sometimes controversial reputation, she lived her career under a spotlight, but behind that was a woman with resilience, wit, and deep dedication to her craft. When she joined Charmed in 1998, she gave Prue Halliwell life with a mix of toughness and vulnerability that resonated deeply with audiences. And though her time on the show ended after 3 seasons, her impact on fans never faded, with many still considering Prue the heart of the Halliwell sisters. Outside of acting, Shannen found joy in directing, producing, and in her love of animals and nature, often retreating to a quieter, more grounded life away from Hollywood's chaos. Her final years were marked by extraordinary bravery as she continued working even while enduring treatments, appearing in television movies, returning to 90,210 reunions, and using her platform to raise awareness about cancer and the importance of living fully, no matter the circumstances. In her last days, she spent time in Malibu surrounded by her closest loved ones, including her mother, who stood by her side until the very end, bringing her comfort as her health declined. Though gone far too soon, Shannen Doherty leaves behind a legacy that will never fade as Brenda Walsh, as Prue Halliwell, and as a woman who fought with every ounce of strength she had. Fans across the world continue to honor her not just for the characters she played, but for the courage she showed in real life, proving that even in her most painful moments, she remained a symbol of resilience, love, and unforgettable talent. Julian McMahon, the acclaimed Australian-American actor whose magnetic screen presence made him a household name across television and film, passed away on July 2, 2025, at the age of 56 in Clearwater, Florida, after a private and courageous battle with lung metastasis caused by head and neck cancer. His death marked the end of a remarkable journey that began far from Hollywood. In Sydney, Australia, where he was born on July 27, 1968, into one of the nation's most prominent families as the son of Sir William McMahon, Australia's 20th Prime Minister, and Lady Sonia McMahon, a renowned socialite and fashion icon. Despite the weight of his political heritage, Julian chose a different path, one defined not by politics but by artistry, beginning his career in modeling at just 17 before transitioning into acting with early roles in Australian television, including The Power, The Passion, and Home and Away, where his charm and striking looks quickly captured public attention. His ambition carried him to the United States, where he steadily built an international career, earning recognition for his versatility and intensity in roles such as Detective John Grant in Profiler, the complex half-demon Cole Turner in Charmed, a role that made him a fan favorite and a beloved part of the show's legacy, and the charismatic yet deeply flawed Dr. Christian Troy in Nip/Tuck, a performance that earned him a Golden Globe nomination and cemented his status as one of television's most compelling leading men. His career extended to the big screen with memorable turns as the villainous Victor Von Doom in the Fantastic Four films, as well as performances in Premonition alongside Sandra Bullock and Red opposite Bruce Willis, further showcasing his ability to embody both heroes and villains with equal skill. While his professional life was filled with accolades, his personal journey reflected both joys and hardships. 3 marriages, including to singer Danny Minogue and actress Brooke Burns, with whom he shared his beloved daughter Madison before finding lasting love with his wife Kelly Paniagua in 2014, who remained by his side through his final battle. Known privately as a man of warmth, humor, and generosity, Julian loved surfing, cooking, and spending quiet moments with family, balancing his Hollywood success with a grounded appreciation for life. His cancer diagnosis was kept largely private, reflecting his desire to shield his family from public scrutiny. But those closest to him shared how bravely he faced the illness, working on projects like The Surfer and The Residents even as his health declined, determined to continue creating until the end. Tributes following his passing poured in from across the industry. His charmed co-star Alyssa Milano called him magic, remembering his smile, laugh, and kindness. Eoin Grufford reflected on their camaraderie while playing enemies in Fantastic Four. And Nicolas Cage, who worked with him shortly before his death, described him as one of the most talented of actors and one of my favorite people. His wife Kelly remembered him as a man who loved life, his family, his friends, his work, and his fans, saying his greatest wish was to bring joy to as many people as possible. His daughter Madison shared a heartbreaking tribute on what would have been his 57th birthday, writing that she would love and miss her father forever. Julian McMahon's passing is not only the loss of a gifted actor, but of a man who lived with passion, charisma, and heart. His legacy endures in the unforgettable characters he gave to the world and in the love he leaves behind with his family, friends, and countless fans. Billy Drago, the unforgettable American television and film actor whose chilling presence and sinister charm made him one of Hollywood's most iconic villains, passed away on June 24, 2019, in Los Angeles at the age of 73 following complications from a stroke. Known for his sharp features, haunting smile, and ability to embody menace like few others could, Drago left behind a legacy that stretched across 4 decades and more than 100 screen credits, from westerns to thrillers, always leaving audiences both unsettled and captivated. To fans of Charmed, he will forever be remembered as Barbas, the demon of fear, a role initially meant for only 1 episode but brought back time and again due to the character's popularity, making him one of the show's most memorable recurring villains. His embodiment of fear itself turned Barbas into a lasting figure in the magical world of the Halliwell sisters, a character as terrifying as he was fascinating. Yet Billy Drago's story was far larger than any single role. Born William Eugene Burroughs on November 30, 1945, in Hugoton, Kansas, to William Franklin Burroughs Jr. and Gladys Marie Wilcox, he grew up in a small rural town with roots tracing to Romany descent on his mother's side and Native American heritage on his father's. His love for storytelling was born early when his parents would drop him at the local movie theater, where he soaked in the magic of cinema. Before acting, Drago built an eclectic life, first as a journalist for the Associated Press, then as a radio host with a nationally syndicated show, and even as a stuntman at Boot Hill in Dodge City, Kansas, before pursuing acting full-time. Adopting his grandmother's maiden name Drago as his stage name, he launched a career in Hollywood in the late 1970s with early roles in No Other Love, Windwalker, and Cutter's Way. His breakthrough came in 1985 with Clint Eastwood's Pale Rider, followed by his most famous role as Frank Nitti, Al Capone's ruthless hitman, in Brian De Palma's 1987 masterpiece The Untouchables, where his chilling performance cemented his status as a master of villainy. From there, he became a familiar face across television and film, appearing in Hill Street Blues, Walker, Texas Ranger, The Adventures of Briscoe County, Jr., The X-Files, Supernatural, Mysterious Skin, and the remake of The Hills Have Eyes. His career even extended into music, with appearances in Michael Jackson's You Rock My World and Mike plus the Mechanics' Silent Running. Behind the scenes, Drago was a devoted husband to actress Silvana Gallardo until her passing in 2012, and a proud father to two sons, including Darren E. Burroughs, who became a successful actor himself. Those who knew him personally remembered him as a warm, intelligent, and thoughtful man, a striking contrast to the villains he so often portrayed. His passing from stroke complications in 2019 shocked fans and colleagues alike, who mourned not only the loss of a brilliant character actor, but also of a gentle soul who embraced darkness on screen so audiences could enjoy the thrill of fear. Billy Drago's legacy lives on in every villain he brought to life, in the terror of Barbazon Charmed, and in the enduring memory of a man who turned menace into art, forever haunting the imaginations of those who watched him.